The reason I tell you guys not to waste your time getting involved in politics or culture wars or anything like that is because that's how the world is. Okay? The strong rule the weak, the evil rule the good, and that's the way the world is. Neither you nor I can change it. And if you don't believe me, just look in history books. And truth be told, as nasty as our current world is, it is way better than the world that people used to live in. Okay, where there was, nothing but wars and fighting and kidnapping, and that was the natural law of order. That was the natural law of things. Um, that's how the world operates. Okay, and most people never get free. Most people never get free from the control grid, from the system. They never they never get out. But here's the thing: with hard work, accurate thinking, excellent salesmanship, you can be one of the lucky few who make it out. Civilization only works in your benefit when you make it out. When you make it to the top, when you make it to the 1%, the people in control, and you own your own revenue stream. Okay? When you don't, someone else will always own you. If you want to be able to enjoy your life, you have to make it to the 1%, the owner class, and then you're able to enjoy your life. I'm able to enjoy my life now because I have a business, the one that I'm talking to you through, that pays for my life in passive income. I arbitrage that income in a cheap country, in Thailand, and I don't have to work for someone, and I'll never have to work for someone again. And I feel very blessed to be in this situation. And the quality of your life, it's very hard for me to describe to you guys how much better your life gets when you don't have a teacher or a parent or a boss telling you what to do. You're free, and it is possible. I'm talking to you as someone who is free, and I promise you that this is possible, but you have to be serious about it, and you can't give your life away to a corporation. Okay? Corporation, in its purest form, is designed for one thing and one thing only: making as much profit for its owners as possible. If a corporation were a person, it would be a diagnosed sociopath, as you can see in the brilliant documentary The Corporation. This is because corporations are run and managed by sociopaths. According to Venkatesh Rao, in his seminal book on office politics, The Gervais Effect, which you should pick up on Amazon, it's only $2.99. The operations of a corporation can be defined as follows: sociopaths on top, clueless company men in the middle, and losers at the bottom, with the structure represented as a pyramid. Rao defines a company like this: the sociopath layer comprises the Darwinian Protestant ethic, will to power types who drive an organization to function despite itself. The clueless layer is what White called the organization man, and the losers are not social losers, but people at the bottom who have struck a bad bargain economically. So you can see at the apex of a corporation, of every organization, sits a sociopath. Most normal human beings are not capable of the complex machinations required of a CEO. The truth is, sociopaths are a necessary evil of life, just like insurance companies. And sociopaths operate in plain sight in organizations like the military or the mafia. But many employees don't realize that the same type of guy who runs those organizations is in charge of their company. The guy who could lay off 30,000 people. Um, you know, and usually the bigger and more profitable the corporation, the more ruthless the executives. Just look at Goldman Sachs or any one of these massive financial companies, and you'll see what type of ruthless monsters you're dealing with. A lot of people cannot see this because it's very hard for them to picture how a sociopath thinks. I have a number of those characteristics myself, so it's very easy for me to spot someone who is a sociopath. And that's a lot of what I try to explain to you guys on the site, the red pill truths about how the world really works, because I can see through it. Now, luckily, I still have a conscience, and I was still raised to be a human being. So I'm not the type of person who's pursues that path. But I'm the type of person who's able to see what those guys are doing, because if I'm honest, I have some of that ruthlessness within me. And it's very important for you to be able to see that and see through these types of people, so that you are able to take control of your mind, your time, and not be manipulated into what they want you to do and how they want you to live. Very, very, very important. Okay. So a corporation is run by the same type of people who operate the mafia, and operates no differently than a mafia. Okay. Its only goal is profit. Just appears to operate differently because it works within the boundaries of the law, at least most of the time. Although we know corporations break the law whenever they can get away with it. Corporations only operate within the law because, on average, it's a better business decision to avoid competing with the government, who hold a monopoly on the use of force. But if the boundaries of the law included murder, you can bet that every major corporation would have an assassination department, as well as the various ethical justifications to go with it. I'm not exaggerating. If it was legal to murder, Exxon and Goldman Sachs would have entire floors devoted to assassinations. Hands down, no questions. Okay? This is what they would do. So, in the hierarchy of the corporation, which we outlined already, you are the loser. I don't mean you're a loser in the personal sense, but I mean you're losing in that you've made a bad bargain selling your time for money. And a job is just an excuse to pay you less than you're worth. Okay, in sales, you take home 20% of what you make, and that's before taxes. All right, a job is just an excuse to pay you less than you're worth. It's a bad bargain. Good bargain's being an owner. The owner, where you own the perpetual money machine, you own the capital, you have a corporate structure to shield personal taxes. That's the only bargain you should be chasing. Your own business. Anytime someone's selling you on their dream, you are getting lied to in your company mission statement or whatever they want you to believe in. Unless you're an owner, it is a bullshit dream. Unless you have equity, it is a bullshit dream. Okay? Unless you own, it's worthless. End of story.